According to the New York Times, an article I found online, every year about 5,000 people die from underage drinking. Whether they drink too much themselves, wake up in a hospital, or don't wake up at all, or if they start puking and losing their guts from alcohol, or they're driving and they end their own life. They crash and they kill themselves, or they hit someone else and they kill their life. 5,000 people, innocent lives, every day are ended. However, alcohol should be legalized at 18 in order to prevent these unnecessary accidents that are caused from uneducated decisions. In high school and in college, you're all in college, you know that many teenagers, especially men, feel that they're invincible. According to the Pro-Con website, they push the limits, they get lucky a few times, and eventually they make a poor decision and it leads to something very, very negative. And I can assume that many of you guys here have known something like this. What many of you guys do not know is that many injuries that happen to underage drinkers come from sneaking around. According to New York, according to New York Times. Many people fear that their parents are going to find them drinking. They're going to find that they got drunk with their friends who were doing something stupid. But this really shouldn't be as much of an issue as it is, because people do stupid things. I myself have had friends in high school that didn't want their moms to find them drinking, so they drove home drunk. They got in car accidents and almost lost their lives. Alcohol isn't perfect, but what we do need to do is learn as much as we can about it. People try and prohibit it and just get rid of it because they think it's bad. But like anything, the more we know about it, the better it'll be. According to a book from the Pepperoni Library, online library, 28.7 million people admit to drinking and driving. However, 18-year-olds and teenagers get the worst rap, and everybody thinks that they can't drink responsibly. However, the worst percentage of drinking and driving comes from 26 to 29. About 27% of that age drink and drive, or admit to it at least, so it's probably half. Now we're all in college, and we have all probably been a part of a sports team or an organization where hazing is prevalent. But according to LA Times, an article I found called Drinking Age, alcohol isn't really something that's too out of control, but people perceive it as a hardcore device and use it for hazing. About 50% of college students and 47% of high school students who join a sport or an organization experience it. If alcohol is more normal and it is introduced to us at 18, it'll be perceived as more normal. It won't be used as an device to haze and hurt kids, because there's not many cases, but people do die from hazing, and they. Yeah. When we turn 18, everybody looks at us and thinks, wow, this kid is just at the peak of their stupidity and are doing whatever they want. You know, we're in high school, most of us are seniors. We're feeling on top of the world, and like I said earlier, we feel invincible. However, we also turn into adults, but not everybody thinks of us as adults. So that's why this is up here. It's supposed to be 21. Anyways, when you turn 18, I gain the right to own my own property. I can buy a crappy house, but many people are kicked out of their houses at 18, but they can't drink a beer. When you turn 18, you gain the right to go overseas and fight your country. You can own a gun. Well, the laws are changed now, but you can still own a gun with regulations. But you can go overseas, you can fight with your men, with other military men, and you can point a gun at somebody and you can take their life. You can take a man's life, and I'm assuming none of us have done that. I don't personally know what that's like, but I can't imagine ever taking a life. It's going to be something that's going to change your life forever, but you can't even drink beer. When we turned 18, we gained the right to vote for our presidents and our other government officials, but you can't drink beer. So, how can we have all of these experiences? How can we be trusted with these, but not trusted with drinking beer? I grew up in a town about 40 minutes that way, where I had a friend and her father was a motorcycle cop. He was the guy that would always come to our elementary school and give us presentations about what it was like to be a cop and stuff like that. One day, we were in school and my friend got a call and something like this happened. He was on just a routine patrol. He was pulling over someone that was speeding, and a drunk driver speeds past, and since he's a motorcycle cop, it's just his motorcycle parked behind. There's no barrier like two cars, and he's on the inside lane of the freeway. A drunk driver drives right by and hits him. He does this. They didn't think he was going to live. They found him in a ditch. They found him next to the freeway in like a ditch basically, and it was bad. They didn't think he was going to survive. And that was according to the Ventura County Star. I found a source even though I already knew. However, Mr. Pettiferry, or Tony, his name, he's a special man. He's a miracle. He persevered through hard times. But not only he was affected, his family was affected too. His little girls, he has two little girls that they went to school every day not knowing if his dad would survive. They would go to the hospital and sleep there, not knowing if their dad would make it through the night. All of this happened. Not everybody is fortunate enough like Turner. They don't have the perseverance. They don't have the strength. He was a police officer, and he went through training, and he was more prepared for stuff, an accident like this. Today he makes wheelchairs like this, or not like that, but he races like that. He is amazing, and he was able to get through it, fortunately. And he even sells racing wheelchairs. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Anyways, adults don't really turn adults at 18. They really turn adults at 21. If we can't be trusted with a beer, with just a simple beer, now are we really adults? How can we take a man's life but not be trusted with a beer? I'm not saying that alcohol is needed to be fun, because it really isn't. I mean, I have fun every day, and I don't drink. Yeah, and adults need to understand that when they tell us no, the 18-year-olds, they tell us no, we're going to do exactly what we've always done. We're going to rebel and do the exact opposite of what they say. But if we can't be trusted with all these things, maybe our government needs to retake a look at what they're giving us the right to. Maybe our whole system is wrong, and maybe alcohol isn't the problem. Maybe we need to look further into it.